Do. This is that awkward moment where I wait to make sure that everything is kosher with the live stream. We're good. I'm just going to pretend we're good. All right. Welcome to this edition of At the Mic. I'm your host, Keith Malinak, and I am joined today by two very special guests. If you haven't joined us for any of these live streams, these Friday live streams, we do at 2 p.m. Eastern. I just like to hang out with some friends of mine, and just shoot the breeze, talk about some lighthearted stories, not as heavy as the stuff we talk about during the week over at Pat Gray Unleashed over at the Blaze. We try to limit that stuff here as best we can, and I'm going to introduce my guests this week, a couple coworkers of mine, and but first, I got to move some of the story. I got to rearrange a little bit here, okay? Because my coworkers, Kris Cruz and Hilary Kennedy. Hilary is busy trying to get her baby to go down for a nap. My gosh, Kris Cruz, I'm going to bring you in here, bro. Check this out. I didn't realize how many Hilary-centric stories I had here that I'm going to have to set off to the side. Hopefully she can join us, because nap time, I guess, didn't go according to plan today. She was hoping to get right. And I don't know what all I'm just gonna wait for her to join us before I start spilling deets. I don't know what she's talked about publicly and other stuff. So
zero.
Yeah. So she's a new mom. Let's put it that way. And I'll let her talk about all that good stuff. I'm getting a strange. Kris, is my this is a constant battle that I fight with this computer. Is my picture fuzzy right now?
Yes.
That's annoying as hell, man. Yeah, I see. Yeah, okay, now I see it over there. I get this little alert that the Wi-Fi is unstable. But here's the thing. There shouldn't be Wi-Fi because it's hardwired, and the computer tells me it's hardwired. In fact,
Did you turn off your Wi-Fi?
I have the Wi-Fi turned off. It says Wi-Fi is off. Turn on Wi-Fi to connect to an available Wi-Fi network. I mean, I try, kids. I try. So we will be joined by Hilary Kennedy as soon as her baby decides to cooperate. Oh, I made you a banner, Kris Cruz. I want you to look at this banner and tell me if this is accurate. Can I put the... Okay, let me... Before... See, I got to check this stuff. I should already talk to you about this. The electric company that you use. Can I publicly say...
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to make a banner here. I'm going to put this banner up here. Kris Cruz. There he is on Twitter, at Real Kris Cruz, and future member of the Tri-County Electric Board. Is that accurate?
That is accurate.
When do I get to vote for you, bro?
You're not in my district, bro.
What do you mean? Hold on. Oh, so I can't vote for all the members? See, They send these ballots in the mail, and they're like, hey, participate in democracy and whatnot. And then I see some names, and then I just kind of move on.
That's why I call them a communist. They hate when I call them a communist company, because nothing that they do is capitalism. It's all distribute wealth, and I don't like that.
Well,
how long have you been a member? How long have you been a member of this Tri-County Electric?
Oh, since we moved here, it's going on 12 years now.
So, and how many checks have you received from them? Because that's the whole deal. The whole deal with them is that you are a member, and then at the end of the year, when they run the numbers, any any extra money that they made, because they're a nonprofit, any money that they made, they're supposed to divide it up within all the members.
That's interesting. Yeah, I've received zero.
Oh,
that's gonna be zero. Oh, look at that. I bet Tri-County just pulled the electricity from his house, and that's what took him off. There we go.
Oh, you took me up, bro.
I didn't touch anything, man.
I was gonna say, I'm like, really? Did I cross the line about calling
I thought Tri-County pulled your power, bro. I'm like, does the laptop not have a battery? So anyhow, okay. So let me just real quick try to glance at some of these, and I'm checking the text that we're getting from Hilary. She's working on it. Let's just see. Oh, 77 degrees in South Carolina. Yeah, we're in the mid-50s here today. Look at that. North Carolina, 73. 59 up in Pennsylvania.
What chat room are you at?
So I don't know how you see them, because I'm looking at it from like the administrative side, but I think maybe on the side, we saw the comments from Hillary. You
Yeah.
should scroll up. You see the comments, just regular comments. Click that.
Oh,
See?
hey, there it is.
Ta-da! All right, Lower Road Radio checking in, and
Oh,
they
I saw
joined
that
me.
episode. That was a
Yeah,
good
so
one.
yeah, you got to check out lowerroadradio.com and check out those guys. If you want a show that isn't heavy-handed with the politics and stuff like that, that would be a good place to go as well. 44 in Ohio, where they're based. So, hi, Danny K. Hello. So, like I said, I have some stuff here that we need to go over with Hillary, but before she joins us, which I'm hopeful that she'll join us, I want to let's see here. Let me ask you this, Kris. Are you going to be able to give us a tour of your chicken coop at some point today?
Yeah. Oh no,
Okay.
don't worry. Yeah, they're back there. They're ready. They're hungry, so I've not fed them. So
Oh,
I'll,
wait
I'll
a
be
minute.
feed.
You're doing. I'm keeping the animals from eating today.
Yes, because you wanted to get a tour, so I'm gonna feed them, and
Oh,
then that's how we're gonna get a tour. Yeah, but they're
oh
back
no.
there.
Okay. Well, do you want to do that now? Because I don't want to. I don't want to make dinner time lunch. I mean, it's already 1 o'clock. What time do they normally eat?
12.
Oh man, Why don't you go out there now?
Do we want to move everything up now? Go to the chicken coop.
I mean, I don't know what's easy for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I got
Anything
plenty of
easy
stuff
for
to go
me.
over. Okay,
Anything's easy for me.
so would you rather do it now or at the end?
Yeah,
What's
let's
the
get
easiest?
it done. Let's get it
Okay,
done.
yeah, let's go and get a little tour here. I want to see the
Okay.
chicken coop because I got.
I'm gonna mute you because we're watching Bluey right now, and I
Oh
don't
my
want
gosh,
your
Bluey.
Facebook to get dinged with copyright. So I'm gonna
Oh,
mute
you're
you.
you're a thoughtful lad. See, you
Yeah.
understand how this stuff works. Bluey, we got to talk
Yes.
about Bluey at some point too.
Oh, we
That's a
will talk
great
about
cartoon.
Bluey.
That's a great
We will
cartoon,
talk
man.
about Bluey. What is
Okay,
that?
so you
I'm going to laugh if Farmer Jeffy is in Chris's chicken. Farmer Jeffy? Jeffy's not a farmer.
he farms Twinkies out of the pantry. Okay, so Kris is on the move. He's mobile, and here we go. I can take you off the screen if you want me to. Okay, I get that. All right, he doesn't mind. We're getting a tour of his house as well. I do have a question later when you get back in there because when you were sitting in the recliner, I think I saw Autumn sitting in a recliner, and then I think I saw another recliner. I'm like, how many recliners do you? Is it? What are we doing there? I can't wait to address that later. Uh, oh, and now we're. Oh, look at that. We're getting a full tour. All right. So here we go. Oh, yeah. See, 1, 2, 3. I four. I see four. I see 4 big chairs in there. That's awesome, man. Oh, I know where I'm coming over for football on Sunday.
Now, I'm going to tell you this. I know this is a little backstory. Do you recognize this chair, Keith?
5? Wait, are we?
Do you recognize this chair here?
Wait a minute.
You should recognize it. It's
Talking about.
Glenn's massage chair.
Yeah. I used to sit out there in the. Yes. How'd you? Okay, did you slide
No,
someone a 20 for that or what?
No, Glenn said he doesn't want it anymore. And we're going to throw it away.
What?
Yeah. Let's just say someone got caught sitting on it when they were supposed to be working. So they didn't do that. So here are the girls.
Wait, hold on. Somebody got caught sitting on it when they were supposed to be working.
Yeah. Like they were supposed to be working and not sitting down.
Okay.
Well, here are the girls.
I love this. Okay, because I've got chicken questions, man. All right. Oh, they're like, hey, you're an hour late. What's up?
Yeah. All right. So take me off so I can flip the camera.
Take you off. Hang on. All right. I'm gonna remove you. Okay. All right. So you're not on the air now. Okay. So all right. So now I'm gonna switch it back. Okay. I don't know why I had to take you off, but there we go. All right. Look at that, huh?
It won't let me switch cameras when I'm on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, ladies. Where's Farmer Jeffy?
Farmer Jeffy's probably drowned.
So how many chickens do you have, first off?
So I have 11. I used to have 12, but I had to kill one about a month ago because she had an egg stuck on her booty. So
Wait a minute. It was
yeah,
just
I got
like
stuck.
so you have to kill them? You can't just I'm.
Yeah.
This is an honest question. You can't just.
No.
Where was the egg? Can you not reach it and crack it?
Halfway in and halfway out. No. So she was very weak.
Oh,
Ah.
so wait a
It's
minute.
Hi,
You can't just go tick, 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 and
No.
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 Okay,
That's not how
and she
that
can't get.
works.
All right. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I got questions, man. All right. So you've got you said 11 chickens now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we
So
just
are
got
you in the market for a 12th, or are we just gonna stay at
Oh no, we're
11
gonna
now?
stay with this until spring because they don't lay eggs during the winter because there's no sun, as you can see.
That is fascinating. So they're
It
lucky that
takes
they're not fried chicken at this point.
Yeah, it takes
Because
about
what?
16 hours for a chicken to make an egg. It has to be 16 hours of sunlight and then make one egg.
So wait a minute. Is the dog? They get along then? He's just
Oh
what's the
yeah.
dog's? What are their names over there?
So this is Odin.
Hey Odin,
That's Loki,
Loki, what's up?
and then that's Thor.
Nice job.
Do,
Flensborg will be
do you
excited
see
about those
the
names.
Do you see the theme?
No, I don't catch it at all. That's
No.
awesome. Now, is Odin actually the dad of Loki and Thor?
No,
Oh,
Odin is the stepchild. He's
okay.
my son's dog.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Well, I like that they get along. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, and then this
Oh
one
wait.
is for the tortoises, for the baby tortoises.
Oh yeah. Now, what were you saying to me and Jeffy today at
Oh
the Blaze about he burned his
yeah,
shell or something?
yeah. Charlie burned his shell.
How did, bro? What was he like up against the heat lamp or something? Oh, is
Yeah,
that Charlie?
yeah.
What did it smell like?
Well, I don't know. I just found out because I haven't seen him in about a week. So when he came out, that's when I saw the
Oh.
burn spot.
That's too. Yeah, I'm with Jason Baum. If breaking a chicken egg open with my ass is what saves my life, go for it, and I'll deal with the consequences later. Hang on a second. Let me highlight that. There we
That's
go.
a comment.
Say that again.
That's a good comment. I like that one.
Right, right, right. Oh,
Yeah,
please. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I don't care about the embarrassment either. I mean, we'll talk about how that got up there in the first place. It's a different story altogether. Okay, so let's see here. How much? Okay, because a lot of people, Chris, are interested in chickens. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they either made the move to go get chickens. They're always or like me, they're always thinking about going and starting a chicken coop. And whenever you're at the feed store, you're like, "Huh, that's
Mm-hmm.
not bad looking." You price chicks, all this stuff. What's the initial cost like if somebody? And I'm sure it's gone up in recent
Oh
years.
well, yeah. Because okay, so when I got the chickens, the first batch, and I was still learning, I got them about $6 per chicken, and they were already teenagers.
Oh, okay.
So they were either about to lay or they have laid like their first egg.
How long does it take before the female begins to lay eggs?
They have to be a teenager. I don't know how old is that in chicken
Yeah,
years.
in chicken years.
Um,
Oops, hang on. Trying to work with these comments here.
so yeah, so that and then that was about. I want to get three more because now, the cool thing is I found investors to invest in my little project. So the investors
I gotta stop
want.
doing comments, y'all, because Chris is gonna stop and just read them.
I know. I am. Sorry. So I found investors.
You got
So
investors. Oh,
yes,
do
I
you
have
share the eggs
investors.
with?
Yes.
Nice, good
So
move.
one of them buys the chickens, and I just have to make sure that because she runs a cake business, so I have to make sure that she gets eggs for her cake business. And then, so I'm not paying for anything right now, but at the beginning it was $100 for the coop, and then $30 per bag for food, and
Okay,
that's
how often
about
how often do you have to
every
buy
three
a bag
weeks.
then? Every 3 weeks. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not as bad as I anticipated, man.
no, but the
Okay.
initial cost, and then of course if you have dogs like I do,
Yeah.
They've eaten 4 so far. So
Wait a minute. See, I see them all kumbaya right now. You're saying that wasn't always the case?
no, we have to do some remedial training to get them to like each other.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. So
There's a
their
lot of
instinct was
shock
to just
collars and
oh no.
yeah.
Okay, well. Let's see here. Well, then okay. I thought it would have been just never mind.
It was
Good
like,
job.
no, don't do that. No, it will
Yeah.
be.
So I about a year ago, maybe a little bit more than that now. It seems like there was something going on in the internet where people were talking about,
The
hey,
Purina feed was
yeah, what was going on with the
supposedly,
chicken
yeah,
feed?
the Purina feed, Purina. I don't know. I don't know. Another one too is like, why would I trust a company that makes dog food to make chicken food? That's my first question.
Mhm.
And then what people were saying that they were buying the Purina and Loki, chill, and it was making basically their chickens sterile, and they were not making eggs.
Mhm. Mhm.
I never had that experience.
Okay.
Now, the food that I buy is a blend, and it has like oyster shells and corn and
Wait,
seeds.
hold on. We got to stop there. I'm sorry. Who was the first person who said we got to try oyster shells for these
Well, that's
chickens?
for calcium because they need calcium for their egg making.
Okay.
So it's a special blend that I get.
Okay. Time out. Time out. Time out. Who was the first person that said, "I bet there's calcium in eggshells or in oyster shells"? Oh my goodness.
Now, the cool thing, I'll tell you this: I feed them their eggshells. So, like when I
Oh, hold on. Is that like the equivalent of? I don't even want to say it. Placenta. Oh gosh.
no, because I'm just giving the eggshell because the eggshell is calcium, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So
Fine.
I give in to the dogs for their eye health. It really does help eye health, and
Hmm.
then for the chickens to get the calcium back up. That way, they don't lay soft eggs. But you can. I got like
Oh,
Miss Barb. She likes to lay big fat eggs. She's an
hold
extra
on.
large.
Hold on. What are the names of your chickens? Let's go through them all that we can
Okay.
say on the air.
you can say
We want
all
we
of my
want to no,
chickens
we
name.
want this to maintain its family rating, Chris.
Okay, so you got Barb, you got
Barb,
Karen, you got Shaniqua, you got
Shaniqua,
Red, and
Red.
then the other ones that were named by students. So they're like anime names. So
Oh,
I don't know.
anime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and then here's
Oh my
Charlie.
goodness.
I want to show you his burnt.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so right here you can see that he
Oh
burnt.
man, that's what
So
I do near a space heater. I get as close to it as I can until it burns, and then I pull it back. Same with hot showers. It's like
oh heck
much
yeah.
as I can tolerate. Look at those starving
So
girls. I'm
so
sorry, y'all.
Shaniqua is the black one, and then you got Karen. Oh, and there's Hannah. Where's Hannah? Hannah. Oh, right here. No, Hannah's the skinny one.
Okay.
And you got Barb. Is
Do they
this
know
one
their
right here?
names? Do the
Hannah
ones that
does.
have names?
Hannah does know her name.
Wow.
Now, the problem I have is that Charlie likes to peck at them. So
What's
this
his
is
deal? What a
it,
jerk.
they stole his spot. So he used to live back there because he gets wet and he likes the water. So I
Oh
moved the
wow.
girls back there. So now he's
Uh
like, "What the heck?"
uh-huh. Okay, so wow, that's entertaining there. You got a zoo going on back there, man.
I do. It's
So
fun.
speaking of zoos, Tanner's down there and he's gassy. Might be the meds.
Oh,
Anyway,
and then yes, Ed, the black one is Shaniqua,
all
and
right.
that is not racist, Ed. You're the racist one.
Hey, why would you even think of that?
Exactly.
Okay, so talk to me about the shelter and winter and summer and like I it's like 110
So
degrees here at times.
for okay, so for the turtles, they freaking love it. They want the heat because they're African tortoises, so that's good. The chickens, I just have to make sure they have water. But chickens do their best at the cold because they all bundle up together in the coop, and it gets like 80 degrees in there.
Wait a minute. I thought you just said they had to have 16 hours of sunlight and stuff. That
to make eggs.
to make eggs. Okay.
But they can just survive without, sunlight. Like that's not an issue.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
And I guess how elaborate is the coop back there? I don't know that I really got a good look.
No. It's
No?
just something I
Did
got
you
at
build
the
it
feed store.
yourself, or you just
No.
bought it at the feed store?
Bought it at the feed store right there in Denton.
And how often are you getting eggs from the chickens? One a day, you said, right?
One a day, but this week we haven't gotten 0 because there's no sunlight, so they're on pause.
Okay, so when they stop I don't want to ask this question. When they stop making eggs, what becomes of your flock there, Kris?
They're just pets.
Oh, they don't end up. You don't sell them to KFC?
No, the one thing about laying chickens is they're not good for eating. They're not good meat.
Okay, very good.
So, and then the chickens you guys are eating, those are not laying chickens. Those are, fed up big boys, not girls.
Okay. Just for the record, I haven't heard from Hilary in a while. Just so y'all know, she was connected earlier.
She was.
And then she had to. She thought she'd be done getting nap time started before we went on, but
as a person that is in charge of nap time, it really does suck.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, you can't predict.
Because the last time we had a nap time, what was it, like 20 years ago?
Oh no, it was yesterday. Oh, you mean for the kids?
For the kids.
For the kids. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have no idea. Let's see here. I'm looking for a video. Okay, so one of the things that I subject the audience to, and the guests such as yourself, is since Pat doesn't like them and doesn't appreciate them, despite what his audience clamors for, that's animal videos. So I want to play something here. Let's see if I can get this to see. Okay, let me see. There's a lot of switching back and forth here between screens, so bear with me. Okay, so what you got here on the screen, did you even know this? Did anybody in the chat know this? That camels swim?
Oh, that's cool.
This is look at this, guys. I mean, look at this. These are camels, and the description here was that like every year or something they swim out to this island, and I forgot how many. Oh, here it is. Hold on. It's in my lap. Duh. Camels known for enduring hunger and thirst for 9 days, obviously in the desert, out in the heat, also undertake sea journeys. They travel to Masaira Island in Oman for rest in return, covering a challenging distance of about 10 kilometers. How many miles is that? 15 or so? 15 miles?
That's like 2 feet, right? So that's not a lot.
Look at that. I mean, they realize that they don't have to swim out there for rest. They could just lay down in the desert, right? I mean, I don't understand why you...
So now you call them stupid?
No. Oh, look, there's Hilary. Did you see the camels swimming? Oh, wait, I got her muted. Sorry. Hold on. I did unmute her mic. Yeah. Wait, it's not letting me unmute it. Hang on. I gotta remove her, then unmute it. Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me unmute your mic, Hilary. Is your mic muted on your end? Unmute. Hello? Okay, this is ridiculous. Okay, hang on. It won't let me unmute her mic. Let me remove that. Check. I think it's on this end because the unmute option is not unmuting. Tell you what, Hilary, why don't you come out of the studio here, come back in, and then I'll put you back up. That's weird. I don't understand. So Hilary, yeah, there you go. Okay, so she's out from backstage. She's going to come right back in, and then I'm going to try this again. I almost said this is live radio, but clearly it's not radio. Let's see. I'm just waiting for her to return. But anyway, had you ever heard that camels can swim? I didn't even know that was a thing.
No, I have not heard that.
Okay, hang on a second. Add to stage. Hello?
Hello?
All right. Hallelujah. We got there.
It worked.
We got there. Did you know that camels can swim?
I did not know that. I did know armadillos can swim, but I didn't know about camels.
Yes, they can.
By the way, that's over 6 miles those camels swam.
Mm.
But again,
All right, Keith,
I'm gonna trouble.
I'm gonna have you take me off so I could go back inside
Okay.
and scramble all these animals back where they're supposed to be.
Okay,
So-
we'll see you in a second here. Okay. Hey, I don't know what we can say, and if we can't say anything, then we'll move on. But first of all, your new baby is adorable.
Thank you. He's just the best.
Yeah. So I mean, what if anything can we say? Nothing. Just hey, you have a cute baby, and move on with our lives, or what?
No. We are in the process of adopting a baby, so it took. God has a great sense of humor. It took exactly 9 months from the moment we got licensed to the moment he was permanently placed with us. So it was basically the same amount of time it would have taken if I'd been pregnant. So it's pretty funny.
Congratulations. That's so cool.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
And
he's such a huge blessing.
That's so cool. So you and Jeff have 2 boys now.
We do. 2 boys. I have a 5-year-old and now a 9-month-old.
Okay, and
So
can't even say his first name or anything, correct?
Yep, I can't show
Okay.
pictures. I can't
Okay,
share any
that's fine.
personal information.
Mhm.
CPS
Well,
has a
you
lot
guys
of
Nope,
rules
that's
about
cool.
that stuff. But
So when that becomes public, just let me know when it's safe to say, because I will say this: you and your husband are excellent at coming up with baby names. Okay. So,
thanks.
yeah, I love it. I love it. Very cool. Very cool. So,
Thank
all right,
you.
I had some stuff here that I put on the back burner until you rejoined us. I don't see Kris yet. Okay, but I know you're a UFC fan. Okay.
Yes.
And I know it's very popular, and I know that there was a big fight. See, a lot of the people that I follow on Twitter are big UFC fans, such as yourself, and so I have an awareness of when there's big fights and stuff like that. And I saw there was some controversy Friday night because it was that guy that you and Kris and I talked about last week in Pat Gray Overtime over at the Blaze, and what's his name?
Sean Strickland.
Sean Strickland. Okay, and he fought against what's the guy's first name? It's weird. Dricus. I just knew it was Duplessis. Duplessis.
Yes, Duplessis or whatever.
Duplessis.
Yes,
you know
Duplessis.
what? I sound like this is what people that don't watch football sound like to me when they try to say stuff like, people's names.
Yeah, it would be like me trying to come up with
Brett Favre. Yeah, right. Okay. So okay, what happened there, and what side do you come down on?
So this was a big deal because the fight, Strickland was not declared the winner. It went to split decision, and he was not declared the winner. And a lot of people felt like he should have won, including Dana White and Joe Rogan. They were like, "Man, this should have been his fight." Watching it back, he's a great fighter. I think that he talked so much trash before UFC 297. He had a lot of people against him, really rooting for him to lose in the first place. I felt like it was I feel like they were very evenly matched, but was it his best night? No. I don't think he performed as well as he could have. It's an unpopular opinion because, a lot of people in the UFC really love him. And I was rooting for him. I don't love his choice language that he uses all the time, but I do love that he's not afraid to stand up for what he believes in. He really has a love of our country and things like that. But anyway, it has been a big controversy because he thinks he absolutely won. Duplessis thinks he absolutely lost. And again, Joe Rogan and Dana White thought that Strickland won also. So I just didn't think it was his best fight ever.
Okay, so hold on a second. Are you suggesting, Hilary Kennedy, are you suggesting that this wasn't scored correctly? That there was some nefarious action on the part of the judges? Is that what I'm hearing, or no?
I think that he was going to probably come out on the low end no matter what, because there was so much controversy surrounding the things that he said. So it's kind of like any of the trials that Donald Trump is facing, trying to find an unbiased judge or jury. Good luck with that. You know what I mean? And so I think this was kind of one of those instances too. Was it Strickland's best fight? No. Did he fight as horribly as people are saying? No.
But it almost sounds like, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, it almost sounds like the UFC, to a degree, is the WWE if it's not judged. I mean, you know what? It's like boxing, really, right? I mean, this is
Right.
there's human beings involved in the judging process. I don't know. Let me ask you this, because I don't think either of you, Hillary nor Kris, are big NFL fans, right?
No.
No, you don't care.
Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. No, that's fine. So, do either of you find yourselves trying to keep up with what the Chiefs are doing, the Kansas City Chiefs, who play a very big game on Sunday afternoon? Do you care now that Taylor Swift is a part of the storyline? Do you find yourself flipping over, watching the highlight? Do you care because Taylor Swift is involved, or has that not changed you at all?
So the only reason I care about the Chiefs is my husband's family. They're all from Kansas. And so they are huge Chiefs fans and they love Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. I am a Chiefs fan because I think Travis Kelce is easy on the eyes. And I thought that long before Taylor Swift came along.
Right. I saw him first, Taylor.
Yeah. So I'm actually not a Taylor Swift fan. I'm not a Swiftie. I don't love her music. I think she's talented. I think she's very business savvy, but she's not going to make me tune into a Chiefs game. I'm tuning in to watch Travis Kelce's tight end, not her.
Oh yeah. You look at the tight end. Yes, you do.
No, he's a great athlete, and I like Patrick Mahomes as well. So
can I just say that when you said that actually reminded me of oh my goodness, you could never do this today, but did you guys ever watch the TV show? It was on Fox, just when Fox was really going national, In Living Color. And they did a skit. It was, men on films, men on sports, whatever. And they talked about their favorite player being a tight end, or formerly being a tight end. Anyway, the point is, you could not do that show today. And some of the bits, and there's people in the chat that know what I'm talking about. They were like, "Who's your favorite player?" It's Brian Greasy. Is he a tight end? He was. I mean, you couldn't do that today. That was on Fox national TV back in the early and mid 90s. I mean, that was hysterical. Anyway, I'm sorry. I have ADD, obviously.
I was 4 years old.
You're 4 years old. Yeah, we got it. And Hillary wasn't even born yet, so she doesn't know the reference at all. Clearly. I'm just seeing if anybody in the chat knows.
Are you I missed all this. You guys may have talked about it earlier, but are you a Chiefs fan, Keith?
No,
not
at all. My team is terrible. They're up there. There's the Falcons. See that?
Right. So you're all Atlanta, every team.
Well, Atlanta doesn't have a hockey team. So yes, but yeah, Braves, Falcons. I keep up with the Hawks, and then the Oilers, who have won 15 straight. They 17 wins in a row would be the record streak in the NHL. After a horrific start to the season, they have now gone 23-3, I think, in their last 26 games. It's just a remarkable turnaround. So no, that's my loyalties. But in fact,
I like it.
Okay, so all right, so neither of you are going to watch the two games that are going on Sunday are the right to go to the Super Bowl. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I didn't know that.
Oh, trivia time. Here we go. Okay. Let's see, between the two of you, can you name the final four teams in the NFL trying to get into the Super Bowl?
Ravens, San Francisco.
What's their nickname?
49ers.
Is Miami in there?
Okay. San Francisco 49ers. Okay, you got that right. Miami is not in there. The Ravens play in what town, Kris Cruz?
Ooh. Florida?
I said town, Kris Cruz.
Jacksonville?
No, it's Baltimore Ravens. So you guys have 1.5 right so far. All right, you're missing two teams.
Well, the Bills, right?
They're out of it.
They're out? Okay.
Patriots? I don't know.
Patriots were one of the worst teams in the league this year.
Were they?
Which, yeah,
well,
I mean, I just want to point out, you Falcons fans, the one or two of you out there in the world besides me, I'm glad that Bill Belichick is not going to be the Falcons head coach. Do people realize that Bill Belichick he won 77% of his games with Tom Brady. He won 45% of his games without him. Okay? Just want to throw that out there. And there ain't no Tom Brady anywhere near Atlanta. Okay, so you've gotten two. We just talked about one of them,
the
kids.
Chiefs and the Lions?
Chiefs and the Lions, yes.
Yeah.
Can you name those towns that they play in, Chris?
Danny helped me with the Lion one.
Okay, all right. Look at this. I didn't even see y'all helping them out over there.
Kansas City,
Kansas
right?
City Chiefs, yes, and the
I don't know the other one.
Detroit Lions.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be the Chiefs and Ravens at 2:00 Central, and then it's going to be the Lions and 49ers. And the Lions have never been in the Super Bowl, by the way. So they're the underdogs.
Fun.
Yeah, I really want them to do well. Okay, so I've got a couple of young parents here on the line. So let me do this. I want to play a video for y'all. I think it's hilarious.
Okay.
If I can. I've got issues here. Hang on. Okay, so here's a video. I got to kill this volume. Okay. All right, I want you to watch this video here if I can.
Okay.
Hang on. I'm sorry. I need two screens here, kids. Okay. All right. Here we go. This baby is trying kiwi for the very first time. Have you seen this? This is epic. This is epic. Here we go. Oh boy. I'm so excited. Yes. No. Okay, but look, it's like alcohol, It's like, I'm willing to give us another shot. I'm gonna see.
Wait, hold up. Did you just compare kiwi for the first time to alcohol?
Yeah, not because it's like it tastes like crap, and you're like, well, you know what? No, it's still bad. Yeah, it's still bad. It's still. Well, I don't know. I mean, we'll give it another shot. I mean, look. I mean, it's. Yeah, all right. Let's try.
That is hilarious.
And then he eventually, we're committing to this. We're committing. No, I don't know how this ended up, but boy, that was adorable, right?
Like, what was that for you? Because for me, that was avocado. Like, the first time I tried avocado, I was like, I don't understand what the big deal is. This isn't that great. But then when you have it done right,
isn't that
salted or in a in a wonderful guacamole. But the first couple times I was like, ugh, avocado is disgusting. And now I love it.
No.
You don't have anything like that?
What is it for me? Once it's disgusting, I don't go back and attempt it another way. I'm just trying to think here of I'm trying to think if I have an example like that, because I've tried avocado and no, not gonna do that again. I don't know, really. Gosh, Chris, you got any foods or something to come to mind?
Mustard.
You don't like mustard?
I didn't like mustard until like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
What happened? What changed?
You like mustard as of 2 weeks ago?
I love it now. I'm literally in this mustard craving now. I have like jalapeno mustard. I have Dijon mustard. I got regular yellow mustard. I got honey mustard. I got spicy mustard. Oh, I'm on a mustard right now. I don't know what, but I am loving mustard.
Wait, I don't understand this comment. What, Danny K? What about people mistaking wasabi
that's a big
sauce
mistake. Yeah, that's
with guacamole? Do they look the same?
They look the same. Yeah, they're both green.
Huh.
Yes, it is easy to mistake those. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasabi is. Oh.
Did you guys get a chance to look at an article that I sent you about sittervising? That's the word.
Yes.
Sittervising. I want to get some thoughts from y'all on this. Let's see if I have yeah, here it is. Okay. First of all, why does everything need a definition? Name? Everything needs a name, and it has to have and it's just weird. And sittervising is apparently one of them. What is sittervising? Sittervising is hang on, time out. I'm old. My word. Okay. Sittervising is supervising your kids from a seated position. Instead of always engaging in play with them, this trend encourages parents to sit back and watch their kids from a safe distance. Coined by Susan Allison, a doctor, founder of, there's a website, whatever. Sittervising is supportive of children and parents alike. I threw in the alike because I thought it needed it. Okay, so it's that's just sitting in, like, I think both of you right now are sittervising. Am I wrong?
So I should be doing that.
Okay, Kris, right now you're sittervising, are you not?
Yeah, he's jumping on the couch right now. So yeah.
See, but you're sitting, you're watching him. That doesn't need a name and a definition.
I also
parenting.
think this is a trend of from the wing of soft parenting, and this whole of everybody gets a medal. And so, like, for example, I remember growing up, I know people are gonna be like, oh well, that's just wrong. My mom said, shut up, go away, go play, right? Like, go play, like, leave me alone. Well, I do that now. I'm like, dude, get out of the room, go play, or I'm gonna kick you out of the room. And then he goes, with your foot? And I'm like, yes, with my foot. And then he runs. That's like our new thing. But like and then when we have when we have friends over and we have other couples with kids and they're giving them the attention, I'm like, why are you doing that? You were not here to be entertained by me. Go find entertainment yourself.
Okay.
So I feel like that's what it is. It's a combination of like people are just not knowing how to parent the right way. I guess you want to put it that way.
But I mean, like the accompanying picture, and if you read the story, you're just, all it is sitting in the room with your kids while they play, which I get it. I mean, that's just, is that passive parenting? It doesn't need a new definition, but I figured it out while you were talking there. I figured this out. I Googled, I found on LinkedIn the author of this story, Mariah Maddox. I'm sure she's a wonderful lady. But I realized something when I went to her LinkedIn because it confirmed my suspicions.
Oh no, I already know.
She graduated from Kent State University. Anyway, she graduated in 2019. So she's like in her mid-20s at this point. 27 years old max right now. And so she thinks this is some shocking revelation, like, look what I discovered. You can sit down in the same room while your kids play. Let's come up with a term and let's do an article on it or whatever. It's just
it also comes back to Susan Allison, founder of Busy Toddler Instagram. So like you got to give it a name because now you're branding it for yourself. And I know Hillary's not this kind of mom and my wife is not this kind of mom, but like you got these moms that everything got to be on the Instagram, and has to be, oh well, here's the name. And I think me and Hillary, one of the times we were hanging out at the studios, we were talking about gentle parenting, and all that is instead of coming down hard on your kid to like, oh, don't do that again, I'm gonna get time out. It's more like where you sit down in their eye level, which is always stupid. Why would I want to be eye level to my kid? I am the parent. Like, you look up to me, I don't look down to you. So and then you do all that, and then you explain, well, little Billy, you should not hit your sister because that's not very nice. Are you gonna hit sister again? No, mommy, I'm not. Oh, okay, well, good. You can go back and play. No, like, don't hit your sister. You do it again, I'm gonna hit you. Like, that's how you do that.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, so one thing
Kris
that we
Cruz,
started
parenting
doing with our parenting in situations like that, we used to do a lot of the really stern, like, we don't hit and hitting's not okay. And, we used to do a lot of that. And recently, especially since we've added a new baby, and that kind of change can be hard on a kid. I mean, Krista, you've got several kids too.
Yeah, how many kids you got now, by the way, Kris? About 12?
What do you mean 13? Now?
Like, what are you up to?
5 minutes.
That's what it feels like. It feels like. Wait, hold on a second, Hillary. I'm so sorry to interrupt. We get back to your story, but wait a minute. I've seen pictures of you with the clan, and it's like 12 kids. What are you, just grabbing kids off the street in the neighborhood?
Yeah, I do. Every time I'm gonna take a picture, I go down the neighborhood. I'm like, okay, who wants to take a picture with me?
Okay, that's what. Right? Okay, I'm sorry.
So for those of you that get confused and be like, wait, you only have 2 kids? Well, I have 3. One of them lives with his mom from my previous marriage, so 3 total. with a
Okay.
goal of 5, and one of the last 2 will be adopted. But the reason why you see me with like 12, 13 other kids is because I'm a youth leader at the church, and
Okay.
usually in my house there's like minimum like 5 of them waiting for me and like want to hang out, and I'm like, okay, so I'll take them out and stuff like that. But yeah,
I got you.
but
I got you. Hillary,
officially 3.
I'm very sorry to have interrupted you there, but it just like that needed addressing, I think.
No,
Anyway,
it does seem like he has at least 12 kids.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hillary, continue.
No, something that we've started doing just recently is we started kind of watching this online parenting course, and it's not gentle parenting. It's really more about like neurologically what's going on with kids when they do certain behaviors. And so we've been testing out some of the things that they recommend. So if he's being too aggressive or being extra defiant or whatever, they said, a lot of times when kids display these behaviors, they're actually not trying to make you angry or be the bad kid or get into trouble. They're looking for connection. I mean, they're just trying to get your attention. And at these toddler ages, they don't always know the correct way to do that. I mean, heck, we meet adults that don't know the correct way to do that. So they said, sometimes it's best if you stop and say like, hey, are you, I feel like maybe you're looking for some connection right now. Like, do you need a hug, or just stopping and telling them how much you love them, or kind of just letting them get some positive attention, even though they've been displaying a negative behavior, and seeing how that changes things. And it's so counterintuitive to everything that I've been taught or the way I was raised. Because if I'm throwing a wild tantrum and I'm throwing toys everywhere, I'm hitting somebody, my mom spanked my behind. I mean, it was like, oh no, we don't act this way. So it's completely counterintuitive to how I think or how I was raised. But I will say a lot of it has really worked. And I was surprised. Now, it doesn't work in every instance, but I do think with some of those behaviors, it really is. I'm just looking for connection, and I've been stressed out, things at school or whatever have been weighing on my mind. And when I get home, I could feel like I can let it all out. At school, they try and kind of follow the boundaries and they don't want to be embarrassed in front of their teacher and their classmates or whatever. And so all day they've had these things bottled up, and they get home and you're the easiest person to kind of unload all that stuff on.
Right.
And so a lot of times it's not that they're trying to be awful to you or be defiant to you. They just have all these frustrations, and they don't have the tools to handle them the way we do.
Yeah.
But the same thing is true. I feel like
you were talking about one of them, and I was like, oh yeah, I use that one too. And which one? You don't kick him out of the room, but you kind of like make him and then like you tell him to go, and then you don't bring him back up again when he comes back.
Yeah, we do kind of accounting. Like if it's a stop behavior, let's say he's, I don't know, spitting, because I have a boy. So the first time he does it, we'll say that's 1. If he continues behavior, we say that's 2. And if he does it again, that's 3, take 5. And he's got to go in his room for 5 minutes away from us, or we leave the door open, things like that. But usually that's like a 5-minute cool down period, and then he's fine. And when he comes back out, we act like it never happened. Clean slate, start over fresh.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
that's worked pretty well too.
I will say, so that's a little different than the dad I saw interacting with his daughter at Walmart, I don't know, maybe a month ago, where he counted her down from 10. And I'm like,
no.
What is
no.
I don't have that kind of
patience,
attention span to even do that, or ability to count that far. But it's like, bro, what are you doing? I wanted to intervene so
no,
badly.
I agree. It has to be 1, 2, 3, and you're out. Baseball rules.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So before you joined us, while you were parenting, Hilary, we kind of got off or maybe this was before we started, right, Kris? Where we talked about, sorry, Kris is past his bedtime. We were talking about Bluey the cartoon. That was before we hit.
That was before,
start.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. So because I've made the remark to Kris, I've seen a couple clips here. I've seen a couple of episodes, mostly in an emergency room at a children's hospital. But that's a good cartoon. I'm stunned by how, and people told me about this, how dads are they're not like the buffoon, the Homer Simpson, or the what's the what's the
Yeah.
Modern Family dad, and
Mhm.
they're not the buffoon. They were respected, and it's like, oh my
Hey,
gosh,
but hold
that
up.
alone is refreshing.
What's wrong with Phil from Modern Family? Because I feel like he was a little bit weird, but I think he was a strong dad.
Oh, okay, all right.
Do you not think he was a strong dad?
Phil Dunphy, yeah.
Yeah, Phil. Yeah, he
And
had
my
his
point is, he's
quirks.
always the punchline. Why are dads always the punchline? In the episodes I've seen of Bluey, it's like, hey, you know what? They rag on him. That's fine, but he's not like, hey, every episode comes down to dad being a dummy, and I
Yeah.
appreciated that.
Well, and I always felt that way about Peppa Pig too. My son really liked Peppa Pig, and I know they've kind of gone a little woke with some of their stuff recently.
Oh,
but
boy,
the
have
old
they.
episodes, both the mom and the dad they portray as not always having it all together, having the right
Mhm.
answers, and I liked
Mhm.
that because it was not just the dad; it was the mom too. They made her look silly, and I mean that's real life. But I think
There's
it is because dads typically don't. Typically, it's a generalization, but they typically aren't on top of all the things. Like I feel like we have to give them the moms have to kind of give them a
Yo,
little bit of micromanaging to get things running the way they should.
huh?
Is that not
Okay.
the case?
No, that's cool. I got you.
Sure,
We hear you. We
okay.
hear you. Hold on. I checked this out. Danny Kaye just said that my kindergarten teacher had a huge paddle with holes in it, and the principal at my elementary school had the same. And so it got me to thinking. And I Googled here. Let me see if I can share this screen here.
The holes is good because the holes cut through the air.
It's aerodynamic, right?
Yeah, it's aerodynamic, so you're
Okay.
not getting any any
Oh,
holdback when
no
you spin.
resistance. Yeah, I
No
gotcha.
resistance at all.
My gosh. So I got to thinking, hey, I wonder how many let me see if I can get this to show up on the screen here. Hang on, y'all. Let's see.
So
How do
funny.
I get this? I want to. Okay, oops. Hang on. Y'all bear with me. It's always a process. So I want to share.
This is the most riveting part of the show, waiting for Keith to
Yeah.
finally pull something up on
Hey,
the
look,
screen.
it's
It
the
is
voice
the
of Rob.
most riveting portion of the show.
Well, appreciate your contribution there.
You're
So
very
here we go. We've got the state by state. I wanted to see punishment in school is allowed in
Wow.
Alabama. Okay, can you see this chart there? It's allowed in Arizona. It's allowed in Arkansas. 17 states total. Colorado still allows corporal punishment in
Wow.
school. Right.
Let's go.
Florida, Georgia. Georgia. That's where. Wow. Okay. So Principal Hare, Mr. Hare, who was my principal in elementary school, still has his paddle somewhere. Idaho allowed. Indiana allowed. Kansas allowed. Kentucky allowed. Louisiana depends on the school. Yeah, it depends on if we have trouble or not. Maine allowed. Missouri allowed. New Hampshire allowed. Live free or die with a paddle to the rear.
Because
North
there's
Carolina,
a place for it. Like
South Carolina, South
spanking
Dakota,
is
Texas.
not all bad. It gets a bad rap, but
As long as you're
sometimes
not
spanking is
spanking,
needed.
in my opinion, I always was told this. As long as you're not spanking from an anger perspective,
Right.
right.
Yes.
because
yes.
and as a person that worked with CPS for 2 years, in the sense of housing kids that were emergency placements, so they were either sexually abused, or they were drug abused, or they were neglected. Those are the cases we
Yeah.
took, and we had to take classes, parenting
Mhm.
classes and all that stuff. And the one thing I agree with the class was that statement: spanking, as long as you're not doing it from a place of anger, which is I remember one of the exercises. And of course we were not supposed to spank the foster
Right.
kids and all that stuff, but it was a parenting class, so it was sort of, if you do go to that last resort, the best thing to do is walk away from the situation and then come back and see how you feel about, does it still need the spanking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I will
I
say
agree.
the experience with spanking, my person, was I used to have a stutter, and I know this is not
Oh no.
the way to get rid of a stutter. If you're a young parent, I don't I don't
Chris.
recommend this.
Oh no. Oh no.
Every time I stutter, I got a spank in the head. Like, boy, stop it.
Oh.
But hey, do I stutter now? I don't. I just have a bad accent. So
What? I hadn't noticed. Hang on. You have a bad accent? People point that out?
they do,
Oh
they
my
do.
word.
But like I said, I'm not saying go out there and spank your kids, issues out. But that's my always
That's rough.
been like, don't spank out of anger because then it doesn't work.
Yes. I
Hilary,
agree.
I know that you are sittervising right now. Before we
Yes.
lose you here, I want to ask you: are you big into the whole Stanley Cup thing? You know what I'm talking about? I mean, what
She
is
better
that?
be. She's a white woman.
That's right.
What?
I wear yoga pants. I put pumpkin spice latte in my Stanley, and
Yes.
Stanley.
I-
Is that what you call it for short?
Yes.
My Stanley.
my Stan. I don't own a Stanley. I would say a good 50% of my friends do and take it with them everywhere. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, people are drinking more water, which is important, hydrating and all that. But it's like a $40 or $50 cup, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, it's a $50 cup. Yeah.
they're expensive.
I don't understand the phenomenon. And now people know that as the Stanley Cup instead of the NHL Stanley Cup.
Yes.
But I wanted to point this out. A woman was arrested after police found $2,500 worth of Stanley Cups in her car. So she had stolen them, which, I mean, even if you buy them legitimately, we've talked about this before here. She stole 65 of these things, stainless steel drinking cups, blah blah blah, from a
That's a lot of
store.
money.
Wait a minute, from a single store in California. One store had that many. It's such short supply. I'm stunned that many existed in one location. But it's like you
Wow.
could retire off of these if you buy them. Show up to these openings and then sell them on eBay. It's just thousands of ridiculous. What these things are is a new Beanie Baby, man. I don't get it at
It's
all.
gotten so trendy. They were just smart in that I mean, it's just a regular cup. It's not really that much different than a
No.
Yeti, but they were smart and
Exactly.
they tapped a bunch of really good looking influencers to start you. They gifted a bunch of them and then you saw them
That's
everywhere on TikTok,
okay.
everywhere.
Well,
And then it made everyone go like, well, there must be something really like super cool about these if all these
gosh.
like
We are
beautiful
such
people
a
are using them.
weak society that can be influenced
Yeah.
so easily. One
Yep.
thing, though, on the Stanley Cup here is that there was a story today I saw that it's a little misleading, but of course, when you're the top dog, everyone's coming for you. But the Stanley Cup apparently has some lead in it. But it's not in the surface that you drink from. It doesn't come into contact with any beverage. It's like it's sealed inside the
that
container.
makes sense.
Right, it does. And I think
yeah.
they actually had it on their website, if I'm not mistaken. And somebody saw that little thing and they made it into a big deal. Come on.
Well,
stop.
I wanna bring up two stories on this Stanley Cup because one of them is amazing, the other one is not. I find it funny. It's from Dallas, and this 9-year-old little girl was bullied in school because she had a $9.98 ripoff of a Stanley Cup from Walmart. So she was bullied because she didn't have a real
Come
one.
on.
I'm
That's like Air Jordans from when I was a
yes,
kid.
thank
Come
you.
on.
So right now the
Mhm.
mom is saying starts with us, parents. Don't put so much emphasis on a Stanley Cup. I'm like, okay, whatever. But the second one is okay. So we all know by now, if your audience doesn't know this, Keith, I'm a Crocs guy. Like that's all I
Yeah.
wear is Crocs.
They're underrated shoes, by the way.
They're very underrated, and so Crocs was used in one of my favorite movies, Idiocracy. Everybody was wearing Crocs, and that's when Crocs became Crocs because of that movie.
Mhm.
Well, do you want to know who is the person in charge at Stanley Cup? Is the person who made Crocs who they are today is the person in charge of the Stanley Cup.
A genius.
Isn't that fascinating?
That is.
Yes.
The name of the person is Terrence Riley, and Terrence Riley was the chief marketing officer for Crocs. He just got hired by Stanley. It's amazing, and he became the president of Stanley Cup.
See, it's such an underrated shoe because
Oh, 100%.
if the mail comes and I've got bedroom slippers on, but it's raining outside or it's wet and there's puddles on the way or whatever, I'm not going to wear my bedroom slippers outside. I'm going to put on a pair of Crocs and I don't know. I think that they are why it's like society agrees okay. So to the extreme that society agrees that we're going to love Stanley Cups, the same society agrees that we're going to hate things in unison as well. And for no understandable reason, we're going to go after things like Crocs because of, I don't know why, but we are.
Well, the Stanley, I think, I mean, if somebody gave me one, I would drink it because they do work. I mean, they keep drinks really hot and cold, which is awesome. And they're very attractive. So I don't hate on the Stanley Cup. I think they're pretty cool. But I think Crocs are wonderfully functional shoes. They're just not they don't make your feet look extra attractive necessarily, and I think that's why they got all the hate.
Look at this. What was this, 2 days ago or something? This happened to me at work, and Giblets is asking if there's an update on the sole of my shoe. So the guys got to see Hilary. I don't know did I show you this where the bottom of my shoe just fell off. It was no warning. It was just like I got up and it stayed behind. And so a lot of people, when I posted this on Twitter, a lot of people were chiming in like, hey, here's what you do. And is it shoe goo was recommended. And I went to Walmart that day and you see how it's all waffled in there. So it was difficult to really get a good thick connection there. But I just checked on them after sitting for a couple of days. I checked them in the garage when I got home today. And
Are they working?
It's still attached, but it's kind of loose. So I probably should have filled in all the little waffle indentions to be a little bit more effective. But I think we're gonna power through. I think it's gonna work. So thanks to all of you who recommended Shoe Goo. Not a sponsor, but can be if they would like to. So anyway,
how about buy a new pair? That's always an option.
Don't. That's ridiculous.
You have a Crocs store right here, right? Isn't there a Crocs store around here? Yeah.
Is there? Wait. Oh, we have a store that exclusively sells Crocs here in DFW.
Yes, it just opened up.
Where?
North of Fort Worth.
Okay. You have to,
by the Buc-ee's. By the Buc-ee's.
Oh, up near the racetrack.
Yes.
Cool.
Right across the street from the racetrack. Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Do you need to leave, Hilary? Because I know you're sittervising right now.
I am sittervising the 5-year-old, and then I've got the old monitor here watching the other one. So I'm doing some serious sittervising. Oh no! Right when I said that, he just got up. Oh no!
We should probably let you go do the parenting thing, huh?
I'm like, oh no! Did I wake him up being loud?
Oh snap!
Oh,
sorry, little guy.
There goes drinking a hot cocoa. All right.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
I got to see you guys. Bye. Bye.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's too bad. I wanted to check and make sure before I went to this next story. Because it's a little disturbing. Of course, what am I talking about? She's UFC blood and guts. She doesn't care. But it's just a weird story that this I don't know what to think of this. I don't know what to think of this. Is cruel. This is, you decide. Where do you come down on this, Kris Cruz? Provo, Utah. Okay. A teenager is in hot water after allegedly taping fish to ATMs in Provo and then documenting his antics on social media. Are you familiar with this story at all, dude?
No.
This is it's bizarre.
I do like his handle, Fish Bandit.
You saw that?
Fish
Bandit 84 _. So it's Fish _Bandit 84 if you're looking for him over on Instagram. So here's what it looks like if you go up to an ATM there in Provo, Utah. I mean, that's disturbing and it's funny at the same time. Because at least he's not out shooting up places or something,
Well,
but
not just that, they're dead already, right?
I don't know. I didn't see that
Oh,
in this version of the
okay.
story. It didn't talk about like how did they die or what. I mean, if you
Well,
go
he just
fishing, they're
gained
gonna die.
he gained a follower today because I'm gonna definitely give him a
That's
follow.
fish_bandit 84. So he's a
I love
17-year-old kid, huh?
I love how his his classification for his profile is art.
Oh, okay. Look, we've
That
seen
is
what is it? A
art.
banana? What have we
I was
seen?
just saying, if a
Something.
banana can
Yeah.
sell, a fish can sell better.
He does realize that he is putting these in exact locations where cameras are, right? He does know this. He's been doing this for 6 months around the county there in I don't know, man. I don't know. What a strange world. Oh yeah. Danny Kaye, PETA will be losing it. Yeah. Anyhow, that's fun. Okay, so I just don't know what to think of that because he could be doing worse things, but at the same time, it's just so weird.
I don't, and also it's like, are we? I love the caption for one of them is doing the Lord's work. Is he
Okay.
talking about the fish and the loaves?
Oh no, that's the show that I was in. I'd like to point out, if you've not seen it yet, I'm over on Netflix. You can see me working at a bar talking
No,
about
you were
stuff.
just attending the bar.
So working at a bar.
No, you were
it's not-
attending the bar. The bartender, because it's a small town. The
Yeah.
bartender was like, "Dude, get your own beer. Like, I'm not gonna get up
Okay.
anymore."
I want to. That's the kind of bar I need.
I know.
Like I have a
Oh.
bar where they give me drinks, but I've never been
So
able to go and get my own drinks.
I feel like this is where our friend Fish the Bandit got out of hand. He decided to take fish on a police car.
Oh no! Now it's
I
personal.
I think that's what's happening here. I think he
Now the long arm of the law is coming down on the fish bandit. Okay.
Oh my gosh, they're trying
Tell me.
to get him to go to the juvie because of this.
All right. Stop it. Please stop. No, come on.
No, he's facing 2 charges of felony. No, 2 charges of property damage, which will take him to juvie. I love the police in December said, the case is closed and we won't speak of it any further again.
So why is this? Hold on. This story is. The story was this week. Okay, well, maybe it's just now. Maybe some enterprising reporter in Provo, Utah, finally got around to looking at police reports.
The story's from from this week, but this is going back August 2022, and in December, that's when the police said the case is closed. We're done talking about him.
Okay, very good, very good. Did he get the fish from Bass Pro? Yeah, well, maybe it's a follow-up. Maybe now you know the rest of the story.
Yeah.
This is the guy who caught it with, if you're not familiar, Bass Pro guy went in there with a net, or maybe he got it at Bass Pro and went to the aquarium, took it out, and they never found him as far as I know, which makes no sense. I mean,
I
considering
thought
cameras
you're talking about
everywhere.
the other guy, the one that was.
No, I'm not talking about the other guy with his
The button.
No, that it was a cold. It was a cold
It was
day.
a button.
It was a cold. Stop, please, man. Okay, mental health is an issue in this nation. So let's talk about, because you were in the Air Force, Chris.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how familiar you are with the inside of fighter jets or what have you, but I've talked to military buddies about this because one of the Twitter accounts that I follow is the National Weather Service. I know, not a geek at all. Fort Worth, okay, and so they have a Twitter account, and so this is what showed up. What day? Okay, so last Saturday, this showed up on their feed, and so here's what the tweet said. Okay, the tweet said, "Wondering what this is? We were too. Our best guess is chaff, CHAFF. The military will sometimes run exercises where they release chaff, and it's completely harmless, but it definitely shows up on radars. It's quite reflective. So it's like little pieces of aluminum or something like that, and it's to throw off, to my understanding, not being a military guy or what have you, my understanding is it's to throw off missiles that are coming at you and whatever. And so when you do exercises, maybe you do that, but maybe you don't do it over a major metropolitan area. I don't know. So I was talking to Air Force veteran buddy of mine, and he said that in the cockpit, the chaff and the flare, I think this is what he said, the buttons are really close to each other.
Yeah.
And so maybe they hit the wrong button, but you can see where this jet went. You see it was going from west to east, it looks like, right? Because then it's oh no, I just did what KJP does, right? See how it's so the wind's blowing from the south, obviously, and the concentration of it is over there to the left, south of Fort Worth, and he just trailed it off, I'm assuming. So maybe it was the wrong button thing, but I don't need I hope it was an accident, because you don't want stuff, just little pieces of aluminum. Now, my buddy said that it evaporates or disintegrates or whatever before it gets to the ground. I don't care. I don't want aluminum shards being released above my head in any capacity. Call me crazy. But what do you think of that? I mean, that's just a standard military thing, nothing to stress about, or
We're all gonna get cancer somehow. So
okay, well, I don't need new ways to get cancer.
well, and if you look at the map, that was pretty south of the DFW area.
No, it was just, I know, it was over the city limits
Yeah.
of Fort Worth, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen to me. I've got two more things I want to get to, but before I do that, I really, sincerely, I want to sing your praises. I want the audience to know all of the stuff that you do behind, because you've been a part of the Pat Gray team. July is when you
Yeah.
joined? August?
Yeah.
Wow, time flies. Okay, so first of all, you've been a great addition to the team. And we're gonna have to let you go. No, you've been a great addition to the team. I want people to understand, because I don't know that there is this clear understanding of all the things that you do there at the Blaze. You have a deep knowledge base of stuff, and it's very, very helpful. You are the answer guy, whether it's related to Pat Gray show or anything that's going on in the building. I mean, if there's something that we're not sure about, we're like, oh, Chris will know. Go ask Chris. I don't know how you do it, bro. People share stuff with you, and then you take it to us. If anyone in management's watching, I was just kidding. So you've made Pat's social media much more active on all the social platforms, and so we're grateful for that, because Pat, I mean, he
Mr.
was
Twitter.
handling it himself. He was all over social media, and then you came along and took it to another level. No, so and you do such a great job of following the news and watching videos, and it's not just me keeping up a finger on the pulse of what's happening in the world. So I appreciate that sincerely, and I want people to understand that the YouTube posting for Pat Gray at youtube.com/Pat Gray. That has been posted. We used to go at 3:00 Central, so 4:00 Eastern, and now it's 1:00 Eastern. And that was your idea, man. There was some process early on as to why it was later in the day, but that was your idea to get it out there. And I've seen the comments since we did that, and the audience has been very appreciative of that. I want people to know that was your idea. And also, I didn't realize for the longest time, there was a hang up today with overtime, so maybe it's a bad day for this example, but for the longest time, Pat's show would take forever to get posted on the Blaze app, and I didn't quite. This I just told you, Chris is the answer guy, and I was like, what is happening? What's going on? Why is this taking so long? Anyway, bottom line is, Chris got things done where it's like, you know what? Let's just post the show, right? I don't know if this was your idea or if once I realized, I don't care whose idea
It was the second one. Once you realize,
once I realized, because I didn't realize until you explained it to me, what the delay was taking forever every day was that they were waiting for the freaking thumbnail, the picture to show up. And it's like, no, just if we have the show put it up, and then the thumbnail can come whenever it arrives. Then we'll put it up and join the thing. So you can thank Kris for the early posting on YouTube, the early posting on the Blaze app. I just wanted to give you credit for that. So thanks for really streamlining everything and making so you're going above and beyond for the show. And I have the forum where I can express this thanks and gratitude to the audience, and I wanted to do that. So there you go. I did it.
Thank you.
Okay? Yeah, sure. Okay, so now let's get to these other two things here. Did you see this video? This video is out of Colorado, and this actually I think happened in I think this happened a few months ago. But this motorcycle guy, right? He is from Texas, and this is his post from Colorado Springs to Denver in 20 minutes. Now, if you've ever driven up and down I-25, that's no. Watch this news report about this guy who has a warrant out for his arrest, a Texas resident.
They need to calm down with that too.
What do you mean?
You don't arrest him. He didn't harm anybody.
Here we go. Watch this. This is intense.
This video is now police evidence thanks to a man who uploaded video of his own crime. It was titled "From Colorado Springs to Denver in 20 Minutes." The man on the motorcycle has been identified as Rendon Dietzman, age 32 of Texas. Video shows 170 miles per hour on I-25 between Colorado Springs and Denver. The viral video caught the attention of thousands of people, including Colorado State Patrol, who announced Dietzman wanted on 7 charges. This includes speed contest and reckless endangerment.
Speed contest? Who's
Colorado
he racing?
State Patrol sent out a statement about the warrant saying illegal and reckless driving behavior will not be tolerated in Colorado.
And I've reached out to Rendon Dietzman online for comment. So far, he has not responded. He is active on Instagram, though, and as a few hours ago, he was sharing postings about his active warrant. Colorado State Patrol say they have been working with Dallas police on this investigation.
Oh, okay. Now, all right, that's intense right now. Wait till the reaction from the chick here. Watch this.
That's pretty bold.
Yeah, very bold to put your...
I mean, come on. Stop. That's pretty bold.
You gotta love local news,
on
though. They got
camera
nothing
for
to
everybody
do.
to see, and now he's wanted by the law, so we'll see when he ends up back
Shut
here
up.
in Colorado.
That's bold,
Oh, that's
dangerous, and stupid.
Yeah.
I mean,
And, you know, it's funny when you look at...
How many times did you complain to somebody at a Target?
Oh my gosh, she has Karen from head to toe right now. Is this report from Texas or from
Denver.
Colorado?
Denver.
Okay, good. Because if I see her, I'm gonna speed next to her. God.
So anyhow, I just
That's
so
wrong.
You don't want the arrest there?
No, because it's the stupidest thing. What did he do wrong? He sped. That's all he did wrong.
Over 170 miles per hour, bro. He could have killed someone easily, though.
He's not gonna kill he's gonna kill himself. But he's not. Once he hits something, he's not gonna kill it.
Okay. How do you know this, man? I said he could have. You were very definitive. He's not going to. You don't know that.
He's gonna kill himself if he does. Now,
well, definitely, yeah.
Should he have a warrant? No. Should they talk to him like, hey, can you stop speeding?
What is the fastest you've ever driven, Kris Cruz?
120.
Oh, you got me beat. I was 105.
Yeah, 120, and it. Oh, sorry. It was from the trip from Virginia to California. It was like at 3:00 in the morning. Someone was trying to race me. I'm like, okay, baby, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
I went. I don't know exactly where I was as far as miles per hour, but it was above 105. It was a little bit above it. But the reason I know it was 105 is because no. I'm sorry. Time out. Let's see. Let me do the math here. Yeah. Okay. So the cop told me I got you at 105, but I'm writing the ticket for 85 so that you can do this, deferred whatever thing. So the insurance, if you take a test, defensive driving, all that crazy stuff. This was in Keith County, Nebraska. As a matter of fact, look up Keith County, Nebraska on a map and you'll see it's way out west where I-80 stretches 4 miles, straight, flat, east-west. And the cop got me, and he said, I'm going to do you a favor. He was cool about it. But
Why were you speeding?
because, you just... I was speeding. Well, okay. First of all, I was taking a female back from just a friend, but I think that adds a little fun to the story. I was driving a female back from Scottsbluff, Nebraska to Lincoln, Nebraska, in the middle of nowhere, and jamming out to U2's War album cranked up, and just losing track of everything. So anyway, and so I was just booking it, heading back toward Lincoln, and the cop, did me a solid. But here's the thing. He had to bring it down to 85 so it could be within 30 miles of the speed limit. So I still qualified for that, because, boys and girls, the speed limit on the interstate in the middle of nowhere was
65.
still 55. And I can't drive.
Oh.
I can't drive 55.
Oh.
Come on.
I get excited when I cross from Louisiana to Texas, because it goes from 70 to 75, or is it 75 to 80?
Oh, down toward Austin?
Yeah,
Oh, 85.
85. Thank
There's
you.
a stretch of 85 miles per hour.
Yes. Oh, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite.
Of course,
one.
on my truck, the side panels start to
Oh, okay.
shimmy off. I'm just kidding. All right, I got one more thing for you before we go here. This is strange. Did you see the story? Did I send you the story of the conspiracy notes in Pennsylvania?
No.
Okay. Here's the headline from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Okay. Conspiracy-laden notes are popping up in cereal boxes in Pennsylvania parks. Redditors are looking into it. So this is strange, because let's see, I've got pictures of this stuff, man. Oh gosh, Rob pulled a lot of these pictures for us. You got to see this, man. This is so this is the kind of thing that is popping up all over Pennsylvania, I guess. And so see how they're folded up nice and neat, and you find them pinned to trees and parks. They're in cereal boxes, as I mentioned. And here, look at this. You got to see this. So here's one of them. Are you seeing that there? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's just let's take a closer look here, because this is let's see if we get a better view. Look at this, man. Can you see that? It says secret. I'm just going to read it verbatim. Secret SOC have ties to drugs /riots /terrorism. JFK warned of SS. Assigned words. I mean, look at that. It's insanity. I mean, look down here toward the bottom. Hand forward, horns, okay, Oprah, Putin, judges. Is this a code? What are we doing here? Look at that. Is that not bizarre, man?
Resistance grown DK? Need disarm of people?
It's the weirdest freaking thing, man.
So they're finding that, and there's what's the punchline here?
Nobody knows. People are trying to figure out what are we doing here?
Is there a movie coming out? It could be a marketing thing. Is there a movie coming out?
Well, so okay, hold on. Let's see. Oh, here we go. It's unclear from the Inquirer here. It's unclear exactly when the notes began appearing in Pennsylvania. Some posts say 2015, and at least one recalled something similar happening in the 1980s in the Poconos. In December, a Luzerne County man named Joe Miller found a note. Lucky Charms, he found it. They're magically delicious, baby. Okay, so I don't know. You know what that reminds me of, though? That's like it's almost like a Bible tract type thing. You'll put those in random places. You'll find those in random places. Like I've seen them in bathrooms and airplanes and airports and stuff. And it's almost like the conspiracy version of a religious tract. I don't know, man.
It could be a marketing.
I don't know, man. That just makes no sense, though.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, look at that.
I like that.
That is bizarre. I don't know. I'll be interested to see if that turns out to be a what is this one here? I don't know what that is. Sorry. Huh. I don't know. Rob sent that over. I think that might be in the story there, but I just don't know the context there. Anyway, I learned that camels swim today, and I think if nothing else, a takeaway from this podcast, you can see all the great images we had there. I think I went through all of them there. So anyway, I never knew that camels can swim. Did you know that? I see.
No, I
you
didn't know
yawning.
that. I didn't
You
know
need a
that.
nap. Get a nap. What do you got going on this weekend? Watch some football? Can I get you into
Oh.
a football game so we can have something to talk about Monday morning?
Well, I don't have cable, so
It's over the air. These games are over the air. Do you have a HD antenna or something like that?
no.
I'm gonna get you one.
Dude, speaking of getting me stuff, I'm gonna go see Jerry Seinfeld in July. I got me the tickets yesterday.
I bet he's in a casino in Oklahoma.
Yes.
Of course he is.
About an hour from where I am. I'm so excited. It's always been my dream to see Jerry Seinfeld. I literally watch Seinfeld to go to sleep. That's like my go to bed show.
Oh, that's an endorsement for his stand up.
So
wait a minute.
I'm so excited.
Hold on a second. I'm so glad you brought up Jerry Seinfeld. First of all, I got to do the obligatory. What's the deal with? Okay, so you're quite the multitasker. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. What's amazing is in the morning I'll go into the control room where you're prepping for the show. Hey man, and I'll come in there and ask you something about some video or whatever, and then all of a sudden, you got the laptop open, you got your feet on the desk, you're stretched out holding the mouse, and then over here's your phone, horizontal there, and it's got Seinfeld episode playing. How does your brain manage to
it's freaking
handle
amazing.
all
Actually,
that
right now, I don't know if you noticed, but I stopped watching Seinfeld at work because I'm taking the class about C.S. Lewis.
Oh wow! So
So
hold on. So let's. Okay, so now it's not just mindless sitcom playing while he's show prepping.
No.
Now he's absorbing a college level course on
Yes.
C.S. Lewis. Doesn't affect your work, huh?
No,
Good.
actually, it might add more because I'm learning. I don't know. I don't know what your demographic of your audience is, but C.S. Lewis plays a big part in my family. You know, like we love all his stuff, and you know, we got all the crap about him. But getting this lesson from this professor is
he means a lot to our family. We got all the crap about him. Sorry, go ahead.
All the crap. I'm actually looking at it right now. But the one thing that I did not know, it kind of speaks into if you really think about it, it kind of speaks into because he died at 65, which for me that's not old.
He died the same day JFK was assassinated, so nobody even realized it.
Yeah. And the whole way that C.S. Lewis became who he is was that, you know, he had a horrible, which is funny, because it's in like every single movie this is how it happened. He had a horrible childhood. He was at a home. Parents, you know, were very strict, and he went to this really horrible school. But then at 12 years old, he left Christianity. He did not pick it back up until his 30s. Most of his works were just him writing his writings. Like, for example, the Screw Tape Letters, it was just him writing those for newspaper. They were not for a book. And a friend said, you know, this is me paraphrasing. A friend said, hey, you should put all this in a book. And then it's like, oh, okay, then put them all together. Like, okay. And it's same thing went for his the one I'm reading right now, Abolition Man, something like that. That was just his essay for college. And here's this brilliant guy, and he questions everything. And the one thing that he said is final is that morality came from Jesus. And then he had a BBC program where he basically said all this stuff that is on his books is just him saying it, you know, in the radio show he had. And I'm like, man, I was trying to think about it. You know, he was one of the most listened to radio hosts, if you want to put it that way. Right next to what's the guy from the British, the guy who like the general. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking losing my mind. From the World War II.
British general.
Oh,
A British general.
not a British general. Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Is it Patton?
Okay.
There, or what are you talking about?
All right. Anyways,
Is it a British or an American general?
it's a British guy.
Oh, well, you just said it wasn't.
Oh my gosh, I don't have my homework with me. It's next door.
Let's see here.
What was the? I don't even think he's a general.
Is it Montgomery? It's Montgomery. Bernard Montgomery. I mean, he was
No,
the big one.
now hold up. Now I'm freaking out.
Yeah. So now I'm invested too. So we're gonna find out. Wait. Oh, he's got to leave the. Sorry, I'm looking over here on the screen. This is incredible. Do y'all realize that there are? Look at this. Hold on. Let me share this screen. How do I? You guys have to see this. What I'm looking at here. This is fun. Hang on before you answer. Look at this. British Army generals of World War II. I'll narrow it down here somewhere. We'll find him here. Wait, that's only through L? Oh, I got to go to the next page. Wait, what are we doing here? Oh my goodness. So, a lot of them here.
Oh, by the way, I don't know. You gave me a piece of paper to read.
What do you mean?
A tweet. You said read it, but don't read it.
What? I think this is for after the show today, and since we didn't talk about it after the show, then this probably isn't the best place to discuss it because I don't even remember what it says. Okay, so anyway, did you find out the name Eisenhower? Eisenhower. No, I think he's looking for a British. Oh, sorry. So, oh my gosh, wait a minute, hold on, bro. Winston Churchill, Prime Minister.
Him.
Thank y'all. I'm sorry. All these people are like screaming at us. Churchill. I was looking for a general, man, not a prime minister, bro.
I didn't say prime minister.
I'm about to hang up on you right now. So help me.
Anyways, so and the funny thing too, he quoted a lot of Confucius, but he did not believe in Confucius, of course. But yeah, so I just started the class, okay? So
look at that fun fact.
Wow.
Oh, Ed McRae, by the way, I should point out as the banner is scrolling across the bottom there, every Saturday through March 23rd.
Was that the Disney guy?
That's the Disney. Yeah, that's our historian, Saving Disney History. Tomorrow is part 4. If you want to catch up, please, you'll find the playlist there. YouTube.com/@the-mic with Keith. Of course, you're probably there right now, so congratulations. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notifications.
I do have a question for you because
what do you got?
I found this folder. I needed a folder for my homework, and I found it at the studios.
Okay, I can kind of read your notes there.
Oh no, right? They're pretty good. But I've been meaning to ask you. This folder says Super Bowl breakfast.
Oh, you must have gotten that at work?
Yeah.
So I think that's when Glenn went to a Super Bowl weekend or something, and he did a bunch of live streams or interviews or something with a bunch of people who were there at one of the events. A bunch of good, I think it was like a Christian event where Tony Dungy, I think, was. So whoever was a part of that event, that was their folder that kept everything organized. How cool. They recycled that.
They
Lovely.
Sure did.
You got anything to add here before I release you to your weekend, man?
No.
Okay. When am I getting some more eggs from the old coop out back?
When we get some sunlight. So this tweet is not for us to talk about.
No, I don't even remember what it was.
I read it. I read it.
No.
Ready.
Now I know what it is. I gave it to you this morning, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So everybody and their brother has tagged me on this guy's tweet. Feel free to. I'll let you.
The 1776 or David?
I don't know, man. It's like 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
So what's the guy's name? Read it and let's see what's this. Maybe people can fill in the blanks because I can't quite follow what's happening.
So it's David Beaumont, To the American people, hello. My name is David B. I'm a military veteran and former FBI agent who is not welcome back in the US. The last time I traveled to America, I was detained, searched, interrogated, surveilled, deceived, humiliated, assaulted by the government. I'm currently under an unconstitutional investigation by corrupt FBI, which, by the way, that's
I don't doubt that.
yeah, like
I mean,
you
who
said
at this point,
FBI.
if you haven't been
Yes, if you
investigated
haven't,
by the FBI,
it's okay. So
what are you
here,
doing with
Keith,
your life if you haven't
Keith,
gone under?
tell me if this is wrong.
Huh.
The FBI is like the devil once it's trying to get, you know, a Christian off balance. If the devil hasn't attacked you while you're trying to, you know, be a good Christian, then you're not doing nothing wrong.
So
If the
you're not a good
FBI hasn't,
American if the FBI isn't knocking on your door yet. Which, by the way, ironically enough, someone who is under investigation by the FBI is going to be sitting in that well, not that specific chair, but he will be in that box. Steve Baker joining myself along with Brad Staggs next week at this time to hang out with us. But
if
anyway,
he doesn't get thrown to jail,
if he's not, yeah, he might be. He might
Which, by
use
the
his
way,
one call from
this
prison
is-
for us.
this is the best suspense story the Blaze has ever done. We never know if Steve Baker is going to come into work or he's going to be calling in from the.
Think about that. How many people have that excuse where they can call their boss and be
Right?
like, "Yeah, sorry, I've got to
Yeah.
report to the FBI today."
I got to go
so-"
to the. Wait, oh, and another one too. I did not know this, that when you surrender yourself to the government, you can do it at any attorney general's office.
That's why he's been hanging out in Dallas.
That's what he's been. Yeah, because he lives in North Carolina, but he really doesn't live there. So it was very amazing. I just learned. Okay, continuing. Investigation by the FBI for over a decade. Due to my nationalism, conservative political value, I believe I've recently begun producing social media content. However, my first video on YouTube was censored, and now I'm using Rumble and Twitter, formerly known as X. Or it's the other way around, kid. You can hear about my story on the video below, blah blah blah, episode 1. Predicted this back in 2005 and left America in 2010. Mainstream media politicians have ignored me. So this guy, he's been investigated for 10 years.
Okay.
I guess I have to go watch the episode on Rumble.
Oh, okay. Report back to us. Then you
Because
can
I'm
walk us
curious
through
to know, like,
everything.
what did he do? Because he said he's a veteran and
Okay.
a former FBI agent. So was he an assassin, like John
I
Wick?
don't know. I'm going to let you find out for us and report back. Can I just say, it's kind of disgusting, the noises that dogs make this close to a microphone.
Especially if you're wearing headphones. Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, all right. So Matilda and I are gonna check out here. She keeps pulling on my earbud cord here, my headphone cord here. Stop. Your paw's tangled in it. There we go. Awesome. That's cool.
Why were you
Okay.
at the doctors with the dogs? What happened?
Oh, Tanner. 2 days ago, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
It's so gross sounding. Take my hand away. He's just been coughing lately. It started off as like a dry cough, mostly in the mornings, and eventually it was bile, and then it was his food, and it was just weird. And so they ran every sort of test. Okay, that's gross. Anyway, boy, veterinarian's not cheap at all. But they think it was bronchitis, and he's been on this medication for a couple of days now. What's so funny? You asked me, I'm telling you.
The
And
dogs
so-
get bronchitis?
Yeah, they showed me the X-rays. His lung. Get this! I didn't even say this on Twitter. Check this out. So they showed me his lungs because they wanted to make sure his organs were doing okay. And you know, if you've followed Tanner's, trials online for any amount of time, I don't know if I said this publicly. What happened with he has this lump. It's just growing for like 4 years now, probably, and it's the weirdest thing. But it's soft, and it started, and it's been slowly growing. He out of character for him completely. One day, Carrie and Zeely were in the front yard, And I guess a UPS truck was going by pretty slow because it had just dropped off next door. It wasn't even stopping at our place. And he hates UPS trucks and big trucks, garbage trucks, stuff like that. And so he lunged at it.
Oh,
And he
wow.
bounced off of it and apparently, made a little whimper and whatever. It's like, bro, that was so out of character when they were telling us the story. But ever since that moment, this lump has been growing, and we got it tested, a couple years ago as it continued to, and they said it's not cancerous, it's soft, whatever, it's just whatever. Anyway, but so the theory of the vet the other day was that maybe it's pushing on his throat or whatever. So I mean, they did everything. It's not, thankfully. His organs look great. His heart's in great shape. His lungs, though, were inflamed. And so I think they're on the right track. But he's always been sensitive when you touch his windpipe, like if you're messing with him or roughhousing, or maybe he pulls on a collar too tight. And so he's had that since we've had him as a puppy. It's just been this weird thing. Don't touch his throat because then whatever. So maybe it's related to that, because the last 2 days he hasn't, ever since he's been on the meds, he hasn't coughed once, apparently. 5 people in the house. Nobody's heard this. But here's the thing that makes me very sad. We adopted Tanner. He was about 6 months old. We got him from a PetSmart. It was a Fort Worth SPCA or whatever. Anyway. And we've never had him x-rayed for any reason. Just hasn't been a thing. So she calls me over to the x-ray thing, and she shows me the microchip in him. And she says, and have you owned him his whole life? I said, except for the first 6 months or so. Sure. She goes, there's a BB in him. Now, I knew he had street cred from being, an orphan on the streets. But somebody shot my little perfect Tanner. Somebody shot him when he was a puppy at that. So now, not only he's a gangster, because he's got evidence of taking a shot from somebody.
Yes, he took a shot.
It breaks my heart. Because, I mean, it couldn't have happened since, in the last 11 and a half years of us owning him. He's never been exposed to something like that.
I want to ask this. Does your son ever own a BB gun?
Yes.
Could it be that your son shot him
No.
when he was a little kid?
No. I assure you. The dog's never been with Ezra when he has shot said BB gun.
Okay.
But trust me, it crossed my mind for a moment. I was like, hey, I gotta ask you. He was like, no.
When was the last time you shot your BB? It was
when's the last time? Yeah. Okay, before I ask that question, Ezra, let me ask you this. What's the maddest you've ever been at? No, come on. All right. So anyhow, any parting thoughts here before we sign off and wish the good people here goodbye? I thank y'all for joining always. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, another live stream. Ed McCrae will be joining us again with more Disney history that needs saving. And looking forward to that as always, because there's some great stuff. I mean, I learn tons of stuff every time Ed joins us. I think Ed's over in the chat too here. Let's see here. Yeah, hey buddy. Yeah, there he is right there, correcting you. If you only said Prime Minister, we could have knocked that out real quickly. Kris Cruz. General Churchill. Anyway, thanks so much for making time, Kris. I love you. I'll see you Monday morning, brother. And and all y'all can join us over at the Blaze for that 7 a.m. Eastern on Monday. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend. Appreciate y'all joining as always. Take care.